Rhythmic applause, standing crowd, pitch on the way. Struck him out and the ball game's over. 5-2 win for Southern Mississippi. Bulldogs will go home without getting a win on the book in Southern Mississippi. A lot of baseball to be played this year.
Mississippi State's head baseball coach is out.
This morning, players were told that pitching coach Gary Henderson would assume leadership duties.
All we had was each other. You know, that's how life is. Life's not going to always be easy.
That meeting that Tuesday morning at 7:15, whenever Coach Henderson was announced as the head coach for the foreseeable future, it was just kind of a wake-up call. Like, hey, things are not looking bright for us, but we know we're going to have to do something to fix this.
And Mississippi State drops to 14-15 on the year and 2-7 in the Southeastern Conference.
Everything was against us. You name it. It's anything that you wanted to throw at us, it was thrown at us.
Really, it was just, what do we got to do to get better every day and try to salvage it. At that point, it was how can we try to squeak in as a 3 seed. But I think individually we were talented, but it was just like we could not win games. It's like, why can't we win games?
We had to turn the page somewhere and understand that we can't just sit there and cry.
And there is a high fly ball, left fielder back at the wall, may go, gone for a walk-off, an Alexander walk-off. The first series win of the year for this ball club in SEC play.
I tell you, for Mississippi State, they needed that. It's something that possibly could turn the year around.
It kind of just all started to click that weekend against Ole Miss. We had some unreal individual performances. Ole Miss was playing at a really high level at that time of the year. I think they were number 3 in the country. And so when they came in here and played as well as they did and we were able to win that series, I think that gave our guys the confidence that they kind of had arrived, and all their hard work and everything that we've been teaching was starting to pay off.
And the pitch, and he swings, and he misses, and this ball game's in the book. And what a weekend this Mississippi State baseball team has had. They've beaten the number 3 team in the nation 3 times.
Well, we go to Kentucky. We need a series win, but they beat us 2 out of 3. That was a tough pill to swallow, because that was kind of, hey, now we have to go beat Florida twice to make a regional. To even make it into postseason play, we had to go beat the number 1 team in the country twice.
There's a drive deep to right. That one's hit well. It might get out of here. It does for a home run. Tanner Allen has just put the Bulldogs up by 3. 2-2 pitch coming. And he struck him out swinging to end the ball game. What a weekend for Mississippi State. The Bulldogs sweep the Gators to finish up the regular season. Probably, I think, with this win, assured themselves of being in that NC2A tournament field.
Those 2 weekends against Arkansas and Florida, it didn't show us that we could just win ball games. We can beat anybody in the country. I mean, we have everything we need. We just have to make sure we're clicking on all cylinders.
From the beginning, everyone wasn't having fun, no one was smiling, and then at the end of the season, it was all jokes on the field, we're all laughing. That's when we were at our best, that's when we came together, that's when everyone was there for each other, and that's when, the game started getting really fun again.
Mississippi State has been to this tournament 7 out of the last 8 years. 9-1 this year against Florida, Ole Miss, and Arkansas getting their way to Tallahassee.
Boys, this is a players regional right here. Mississippi State's got a dynamic leadoff hitter in Jake Mangum. That's a players group right there.
How about from Mississippi State, interim head coach Gary Henderson taking this team to the tournament after the rough start to this season.
We knew Florida State was a really good team, over 40 wins, but at the same time, what did we just do to Florida? And you're coming off a lot of positive energy and a lot of momentum, and I think we carried that in with us.
We were just ready to roll, hoping we got somewhere to play.
Baseball's a funny sport. I mean, just because you're a 4 seed in the regional doesn't mean anything.
It's a battle of the number 1 and 2 seeds here in the tournament. They're matched up in a loser's bracket ball game, an elimination game on the second day.
After losing that first game, it's fueled us even more because we played well. It was kind of a late inning game where they started taking off.
In baseball, we all know it can be a really cruel sport. So at the time, what do you say? It was just one of those really bad games.
But we just took it one game at a time, just like we did all year. Whenever we were 14 and 15, 2 and 7 in conference, just one game at a time.
Every time you guys are in these kind of spots, you flourish. You play really, really well. You shine, okay? Do what you do your job, be who you are.
Well, it's Saturday game. We got to win, so I'm like, same pressure there. Florida State, it was just, you know, another story in the same book.
We've got a lightning delay, but it looks like we've got rain coming in. We've played 8 innings. It's a 2-0 Florida State lead.
A few minutes into the rain delay, all of our guys went down underneath into the weight room. And I would walk in there from time to time to check on them. And it was dark, the lights were off, and they were watching some kind of comedy. Their shoes are kicked off, and they're laughing, and they were really, really relaxed.
Everyone was like, we're still in this. It was actually an awesome feeling. No one was panicking, everyone was laughing. We were watching other baseball games, and I mean, people were cracking jokes. It was a different feeling, like it was a different vibe.
Me and the coaching staff sat on the bench, we're looking at the lineup, and we're thinking about the 9th inning. Well, Mangum's gonna get on, and so we're going through the whole thing, and we say, well, if we can get to big hit Mac, we're gonna be okay.
My goodness, they're gonna send Parrish back out to the mound to try to finish this up after a 2.5-hour rain delay.
You know, it's funny, during the rain delay, talking to my dad, you know, just going through the at-bat I'm about to have, and he said, hey, y'all gonna win this game if Parrish goes back out.
So we're thinking there's no way he's coming back out, you know, after 2.5 hours, and then when the game was resumed, we saw him run down to the bullpen, and we're thinking, oh boy, here we go.
The 3-2 pitch on the way. Now that's high ball 4, and that's a walk, and that's the first walk that Parrish has issued in the ballgame, so you're gonna get the tying run to the plate.
I told Rowdy, TA, Stovall, and McNamee, who were hitting behind me, I said, look, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get on base. The 2 freshmen at the time, Rowdy and TA, both struck out. So I'm on first base with 2 outs, and you know, that was a bad feeling. Hunter Stovall, who I think had the at-bat of the game, he battled an at-bat out, and he gets on base for us. First and second, me and Stovey on base, Mac walks up.
And now Elijah McNamee comes to the plate with the opportunity to walk it off if he gets one out of here.
It was just one of those things mentally. I was just like, I got to do anything I can for this team. I didn't care if I got a hit anywhere, a blue pit, walked. I didn't care how I got on as long as I got on. Throws a curveball, I hit it down the line, I'm 0-2 in like 5 seconds. Then I step out, then I step back in, I take a breather, and he throws a high fastball. I remember turning around and me and Coach Goetsch are smiling at each other. It was like I can't tell you that feeling, it was weird.
He turned around, he looked at me, and he hit his chest, and like when we made eye contact, it was a little bit different. And in regards to him being a little more calm, and it was like eye contact with a head nod, like I got it.
1-2 count. I'm talking to McNamee like he can hear me from second base. I'm like, come on, Mac, man, you got this. You got this. Just one pitch, one pitch.
So I scoot up in the plate, and I can remember right when it left his hand, the face he made. Right when it was coming, I hit it, and I saw it come off my bat, and like I can't even, it was like a blackout.
And there's a ball in the air, deep in the outfield, got a chance!
As it goes up, I knew he got it. Like I knew he hit it really well. It was a homer, but as it's going, you're thinking it's too good to be true, like is this really happening? And then it was just pure chaos.
Off speed, high in the air, deep to left field, a walk-off for the Bulldogs. They stay alive in Tallahassee.
And there's a ball in the air, deep in the outfield, got a chance, gone! 3-run homer, McNamee leaping around the bases.
Right when I hit it, I remember running down the line with my hand in the air, and my eyes were like huge, like beach balls, and I'm like, what's going on? And then right before I hit first, you can see it like hits me, and I like had an out-of-body experience.
He hit it, man, and I just, I lost my mind like everyone did.
I think I blacked out. I'm not sure that I actually remember seeing it because it was insane. All I remember is everybody just jumping out and just flooding him. He's hopping around the bases. I'm like making sure he touches the bag because I'm like, dude, you got to go back and touch the bag if you don't. or we're going to lose.
Mississippi State has shocked Florida State and will stay alive and play some more in 2018. Elijah McNamee with a home run down to his final strike.
Moment that will go down as Mississippi State's top 3 all-time moments. It's something I'll never forget.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, a good way to finish it. So the Bulldogs and the Commodores next weekend in super regional play, an all-SEC affair, for a battle to see who can go to Omaha, Nebraska.
It's going to be an SEC weekend. I mean, you know it's going to be a dogfight. You know it's going to be taxing. You know it's going to be a long one.
It's going to be really hard to beat the Dogs 5 times. And if you count, they swept us 3 games. They needed 2 more to win. I was like, there's no shot they win 5 times before we can beat them twice.
Bulldogs and the Commodores have played a couple of exciting ball games. The Bulldogs walked it off on an Elijah McNamee 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th inning on Friday for a 10-8 victory. And then the Vanderbilt Commodores sort of returned the favor last night. A 3-3 ball game into the bottom of the 9th inning. And it was J.J. Blade with a solo shot to center that walked off a 4-3 win. So Mississippi State and Vanderbilt play for a chance to get to the College World Series. It's a one-game winner-take-all at this point.
In all of my years of a player and pro ball, I have never in my life been a part of a 3-game series like that one.
A pitch coming, and it is a fly ball down the right field line. It's a fair ball into the right field corner. In to score is Alexander. Bulldogs have taken the lead 4-3 in the ball game.
In the top of the 9th, I got a base hit to go ahead. We got a lead. I came around to score. We get another run, so we go up by 3. I get in the dugout at this moment, and our good friends Connor Pilkington and Ethan Small were jumping up and down, saying, "We're going to Omaha. We're going to Omaha. We're going to Omaha."
You know, going into their last at bat, 3 outs to win, and me and Pilk are like, "We're going to Omaha, oh my gosh." And then all of a sudden it's like ting, 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 ting. And the next thing you know, it's tie game. We're like, no.
And that one is at the wall and gone for a home run. And Vanderbilt has tied it up in the bottom of the 9th inning.
That was the worst feeling in my entire life on a baseball field. I felt like somebody stabbed me in the stomach. But as they're running off the field, I'm kind of walking towards them to get them together, and they all came flying in with their heads up and chests out, and they threw their stuff down and saying, "We've been doing this all year. This is no big deal. We've been fighting all year. We're fine, boys, let's go."
I remember the exact same words that came out of everyone's mouth was, "Don't stop believing." Like, just keep fighting.
Some of the younger guys, you see them and they're just like, man, God, can't we believe we did that? And it's just like defeat. And you're like, dude, it's like 0-0. We're hitting. Like, we get the chance to do damage now.
Fly ball, right fielder chasing. Can he get to it? Nobody can get to it. It drops for a base hit. 2 runs have scored. A runner goes to third, and the Bulldogs have a 4-run lead here in the 11th inning. The stretch and the pitch. Bouncing ball, slowly to first. Tanner Allen gets it. Tags the runner going by. Out recorded. Omaha, here comes this Bulldog baseball team.
I mean, you will grow up wanting to go to Omaha World Series in college. And it was like a dream, like a kid's dream. Like, we knew we were going to Omaha to play for the College World Series. And when we got that out, I don't know, it was like a weird, godly feeling. Like, he was like, y'all went through so much, here y'all go, here's your gift. And watching TA tag that dude was like top 3 best feelings in the world.
In my sports life, literally never been through anything that gratifying. Especially knowing what the boys had been through, and especially knowing how well they had handled the entire situation, and the fact that they gave us their all every single day.
There's been a lot of coaching changes here, a lot of turnover, a lot of new guys in, guys transferring out, you know, and it's normal, it happens a lot. And the one thing it keeps coming down to is we always make the postseason, we always go on these runs. And I think it's because of the culture here and not because of any one person. I don't think I am Mississippi State baseball. I don't think a coach is. I think all together we are. And I think that culture is really what allows us to be successful.
2018 Bulldogs will go down as one of the craziest things that's ever happened here at State. It's got to be, just through everything that happened. But what everyone needs to understand is that year is over. It's time to turn the page. We need everyone behind us this year because that team's over. And it's time to understand that the 2019 Bulldogs are going to write their own chapter. And we can go farther.